Good afternoon, YouTube. Fat Cat Collections back at you with another cologne review. And today I'm going to do kind of a 2-for-1 review here. And I'll eventually, if I get enough views on these, if there's enough popularity, I'll review them separately. But today I just wanted to talk about a house called Kanon. And I'm not sure if it's pronounced Kanon or Kanon. But I picked up two of these colognes at TJ Maxx the other day. One is called Agar Wood, plain simple Agar Wood. And the other one is called Norwegian Wood. The box was kind of cool. It looked like wood naturally, and they were really cheap. They're only $5.99 for 100 mils. So really, really a dirt cheap cologne. There's not many colognes you can get that are that cheap. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about them and what's in them and what I think about them, whether or not you should get them. I'll put a link in the description for these colognes as well if you're interested in trying them out. It's really a no-brainer. They're so cheap. Why not have it in your collection? Especially if you've never really, if you want to experience oud or agar wood or agar wood, and you don't really want to spend, a decent amount of money on maybe something a little better. I will urge you, though, is to not maybe get this one as your very first oud cologne or agar wood cologne, because it may turn you off, and that's only because this one I'm not too sure about quite yet, because the other notes in this make this kind of overwhelming, and I haven't really worn enough to really get an honest opinion of it. But before I talk about that one, let's just talk about Norwegian Wood first. This one's pretty good for the money, and this one I actually like because I like woody-based fragrances. And this one here, I'm just going to spray a little bit over on the curtain here. Yeah, this is definitely, some people say this smells like some other colognes. I believe somebody compared this to Gucci Envy. I'm not really sure. I've never smelled Gucci Envy. But for $5.99, Norwegian Wood is a steal. So I'm going to tell you what this has in it, okay? And I'll tell you what I smell. Norwegian Wood, in the top notes, you have anise, lime, and grapefruit. Middle notes you just have wood. They just say wood. Incense, jasmine, lavender. Your base notes, you have sandalwood, cedar, vanilla, vetiver, and musk. So this one here is definitely a wood-based fragrance, obviously, hence the name Norwegian Wood. Is it anything that I think is amazing? No, but what do you want for $5? It's pretty basic bottle, cheap sticker on it, and a basic wood cap. The stuff does not smell bad at all. Let me spray it on my, try to find a spot in my arm here. It is very, very similar. It's not the kind of scent that is will put anybody off. And it definitely doesn't smell like $5.99. I mean, that's really, really cheap. It definitely smells like something a lot more expensive than it actually is. And I wore this the other day for the first time. On the opening, you definitely get that, you definitely get the lime and the grapefruit, but then pretty quickly that dies down and you can definitely smell the wood. And I think what you're smelling there is the base notes. I know it has woods in the middle notes, but you really get the wood after this thing starts to settle down, and you can really smell the cedar wood and of course the what was the other wood? Sandalwood in there. I have other colognes that have sandalwood in them, and it is prominent in this particular cologne. And I think even, I don't know if the cap is actually sandalwood. It might very well be. But you will definitely get that sandalwood in this. It's definitely a woody fragrance, and for the price, it is a no-brainer. If you like woody fragrances, this is definitely one to get. I don't know about projection. I only sprayed it on one day for a little while, and then I took a shower because I wanted to wear something different. I had to get ready for my day. I didn't end up wearing it the whole day, but I will put this to the test this week and do another review based on what other people have to say about it. A lot of my reviews, you're going to find that I'll do them the first time, depending on how much experience I have wearing the cologne. And then as my tastes change, I'll do other reviews to tell you, maybe 6 months from now, do I still like the cologne? So it's kind of a good way to know, whether or not you might like these colognes long term. I can't say that I've really bought many colognes that I don't like. With all the 70 colognes that I purchased, there's only 2 that I could say that I'm not sure on. Well, actually, 1 I definitely don't like, and I'll try it again, and that was Remy Latour's Cigar Lounge, which surprised me because I love all the other cigars. And the other one is this one here, which I want to talk about next, and this is Agar Wood. And I love ouds, so when I saw Agar Wood for $5.99, I said I had to try it. Now, when I sprayed this in the car, I bought 3 colognes that day, and I sprayed it on the paper bag and just kind of let it sit for a little while. And I kept putting my nose in the bag, and I really liked it. There was something really sweet and intriguing, and you can definitely smell the oud in this. However, this does have a very medicinal quality to it. It is very, very cherry sweet. It almost smells like cherry cough syrup. And I think that's the part that I'm not really sure on. I tried wearing this the other day for the first time. I sprayed a little on my wrist and kind of walked around the house a little bit before I didn't go out wearing it. And I have to say I have to hop in the shower and wash it off. I can't really say that this is one that I really like. I like the fact that it has the agar wood, but it's just a little too sweet for my taste. And that's because I'm just not, again, I don't really like sweet colognes. And in my other review, I talked about Calvin Klein Reveal, and that's kind of another one that it's very, very sweet, and you have to be in the mood to wear something sweet. Now, if you're a guy who likes sweet colognes, you may very well like this, but there is a heavy, heavy cherry note in this, and it's not listed as the notes. So let me just tell you what it has, okay? In the top notes, you have bergamot, coriander, agar, or oud, agar wood or oud. Then in the middle notes, you have patchouli, cedar, hedion, and orchid. And then bottom notes, you have sandalwood, balsam, and incense, musk, and oak moss. I don't get a lot of wood out of this. I do get the agar wood, but I do get this sweet cherryness about this, and I'm just not sure where that's coming from. I'm not sure if that's part of the oud and something it's mixing with in there. I'm not sure about this one yet. This is definitely one I'll review at a later date. For $5.99, I do urge you to give it a try, though. You can always return it if you don't like it, but it's definitely one that I'm not sure about right now. And most of the clones I purchased, they're all different, and I like all of them, with the exception of a couple, this being one of the couple that I'm not really too sure about yet. But maybe down the road, maybe I'll wear it a little more, and it's just you just have that really heavy, syrupy cherry vibe, and I don't like cherries at all. So that might be just something with me. But I definitely urge you to check them out. That's by the House of Kanon, or Kanon, however you say it. Pretty decent cheapies. The Norwegian wood is definitely one that's a no-brainer. That one I would definitely pick up in your collection. It definitely smells more expensive than it actually is. It's nice and woody, and I think you'll really like it. So thank you so much for watching, folks. If you like the reviews, go ahead and drop a comment. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you want to try these out, click the link in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.